Welcome back. Earlier we met the runner-up, now it's time to meet this year's winning apprentice.
Nick said she was the genie who'd been let out of a bottle. Lord Sugar agreed, telling the candidate Stella English, "You're hired."
Stella's with us this morning. Before we speak to you, morning, thanks for coming in this morning. I'm sure you won't mind being reminded of that magic moment when Lord Sugar finally uttered the words Stella had worked so hard to hear. Here it is.
One of you is going to be very disappointed. I don't worry about the other person because I think that we have two great people here and they can hold their head up high, whatever. But it's a tough decision, and the decision that I've come to is that Stella, you're hired.
Thank you, Lord Sugar.
I bet you were watching that finger really close. You know when it holds it up, you think, which way is it going, which way is it going? Your heart must have been in your mouth.
Right up until the last moment, you really don't know. And Chris was such a fantastic finalist. You know, we were on edge right till the last second.
And what do you think nudged it for you?
I think it's hard to say, but given what everybody's said since, I think I had a good way with people throughout the process. As it got to the end, maybe that's what helped me in the last task.
You were very good in a team, actually, in terms of delegation and making everybody feel as though they were included. You think that, I mean, and from the off, and there were some squabbles, weren't there, at the beginning?
There were. I think I've spent many years working with a large group of people, and so hopefully some of the things earlier on which I found difficult, I learnt over the years to kind of tone down, take a bit of control, and I think that did help me.
And if you measure it in terms of a journey, then yours was the most extraordinary journey that anybody could have had. Just remind us where you came from originally.
Well, yes, I grew up on a council estate, like a lot of people did, really, but I did have a tough time. I didn't finish school. I didn't do very well academically, but I did realise that was a big mistake, and I've tried to work very hard to sort of rectify those mistakes, and hopefully, you know, I've proved to myself now and to everybody else that you can do that.
How influential was your great aunt Stella, who played a big part in your life, didn't she? Brought you up for quite some time.
I think really Stella taught me some really good values, and ones that I live by now, and hopefully those values are the ones that got me through this process. You know, I've made some mistakes along the way, but I think I've come out with my integrity intact, and I'm very proud of what I've achieved. And you know, she's taught me to really set your sights as high as you possibly can, and the only thing that can hold you back is yourself.
It wasn't all tough talk in the boardroom, though, of course, was it? Let's be reminded of some of your most memorable moments in the series.
Okay. Knees up, Mother Brown, knees up, Mother Brown. Under the table you must go, E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Knees up, never get the breeze up, knees up, Mother Brown. Hey! Just not getting any buy-in from you lot, am I? This is the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in my whole life.
Just let me check the shot I've got here. We just need you to move your left foot slightly to the right so we can see the Cooley branding. Fantastic, that's lovely. That's good.
Don't look at me, Nick, just don't.
Because it's more mature.
I think it's an acquired taste.
Yes. You prefer the
young, fresh.
champagne tastinger?
Yeah.
Like yourself, Stuart, young and fresh.
Young, fresh, and
You don't like mature, complex characters, do you?
No, exactly.
I think, you know, Alan, with Stella, you've let the genie out of the bottle. People like her. You saw last night that she had that crowd eating out of her hand.
They demonstrate that they can both work under pressure, which
Under
is
immense pressure.
a great skill.
They'll need it if they're working for you.
But getting the genie out of the bottle was crucial for you, because they were concerned that you were, you know, too much of I don't know what the best way is, too much of a machine person, so you're working very well in a company, but did you have that entrepreneurial spark? Do you think you proved that in the end?
I think I did, but I think what happened is that I'd had to really adapt to the environment that I've worked in for the last decade, and maybe I'd done that a bit too well. And when I arrived on The Apprentice, I didn't recognise that I had to let that go, be myself, and be recognised as an individual, not part of, a company that I'd been doing for the last 10 years. So I was a bit slow in the uptake, but I think I got there in the end.
I think it's interesting as well that you are a mother of 2 children, is it?
Yes.
2 and 4.
Yes.
I've got children of a similar age. How are you going to manage? It's going to be quite hard work, isn't it?
Well, yes,
managing the work and the family.
It is hard. We've managed for the last few years, and I've got a very good partner who's very supportive, and I think it's about being organised. And a lot of people do it, and we just get on with it.
Yeah.
Last night, then, so much hung on your pitch for the urban bourbon, and didn't entirely go terribly well when you're having your preparations, did it? Here we are.
Are you looking at Paloma? What are you looking at Paloma for? See what she thinks, or?
No, I was just looking at her expression. Go on.
What's your expression, Paloma? What do you think to that?
I have no expression. I'm
straight to
stood there, not talking about your product.
You've
not even mentioned it.
That's what, Paloma.
That's the point. She's introducing it.
Yeah, and
we could cut it out at the beginning a little bit more.
Hold on a minute. This is going to get us nowhere if we carry on like this. Seriously, I haven't got time
I'll keep my mouth shut.
You're not helping me right now. Everyone's saying that this whole pitch is...
It's good. I love the whole pitch. No, it's not. As long as you go from the market research first, or go on about it.
I want to listen to it start to finish because I've not listened to it yet.
She's got to feel comfortable with what she's doing.
Guys, don't worry. Give me a bottle of water. I can...
And then spray it and anyone knows to go.
Everyone likes to have their opinion and make themselves heard, and that's what my team like doing.
You just diffused the situation really well there. Because there were some strong personalities, weren't there? Did you find at any stage it was quite difficult to deal with them?
I got on very well with all of them, and I think they were all trying to help me in their own way. But because they all had different ideas, they were kind of fighting to get them across. So I just let them feel that I'd listen to them, and then, okay, now let's move on. And, I didn't feel that I'd lost control of them, but I think I understood them well enough to know how to manage them.
I mean, it's no secret the filming for most of the series was done some time ago, but you've actually only known the full result for a short time, very few days. So when do you start work? What are you going to do?
Okay, so I start work on the 4th of January. Lord Sugar did tell me that I can have the rest of the year off, which is...
Well, that's kind of good.
Yeah, very kind of him. It's only a couple of weeks.
Are you on the payroll already?
Yes. Okay. He's a true salesman.
So you said, take the rest of the year off, Stella, and you worked back and you thought, so that's how many working days? About 8?
Actually, I did realise quite quickly that I was being tricked. But yes, I'm going to be working at Vigeland, which is very exciting. They're a British manufacturer of PCs. They sell IT solutions into the education sector mainly, and I'll be helping them to run their projects and make sure that they make some good margin from these IT solutions. So I'm very excited about that.
So it'll be creative and sparky, and you have to get out in there and sell stuff as well, all the skills.
No, I won't be selling.
No.
Basically, we've got some very good people who do that, who are bringing in the business. So it's really about making sure that these projects are implemented well in a timely manner, and that we're making some good margin on them.
All right. Well, best of luck, Stella.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you for being so nice and bringing an air of courtesy as well.
You certainly did.
Thank you.
You certainly did, Stella. Stella English there.
Thank you.
Thank you.